Welcome back to my channel. This is our coach Millicent. Here we meet about issues of life and then make constructive adjustments moving forward. Do you feel you're being taken for granted? That you're not being respected, you're not being heard? Today, I'm going to be giving you 5 things to do if you suspect that you're being taken for granted. I'll also show you why you're being taken for granted and also what you should do when you suspect or feel you're being taken for granted. We'll be right back. What I'm about to tell you right now is indicative that you're being taken for granted. You're being taken for granted if your significant other does not involve you in their life, nor are they interested in involving you in their life. Has there been a time in your relationship with your current partner, your husband, your wife, that you know they are taking unilateral decisions without your involvement? And even if you bring up the topic, they don't seem interested, even though you know that your input in that decision they're about to do, that activity, that project they're about to do, if they just listen to you, it'll make a difference. But they will not listen to you. They don't really care. If your significant other, i.e. husband, wife, fiancé, they're not pulling their weight, they are not keeping their end of the bargain, it's always you having to do everything, even though it wasn't like that initially. You're not doing all the calls, you're not putting all the effort, you are not showing all the love, you're not showing all the care. If you find yourself in this state in your relationship, my friend, know that you're being taken for granted. Something is off. If your significant other adds to your low self-esteem, if they contribute to your low self-esteem, if being around them make you feel less of a person, and even when in the light of the situation you're still trying to be useful, they still manage to make you unappreciated. If you find yourself in this situation currently in your relationship, know that you're being taken for granted. If you're in a situation right now in your relationship where you constantly see yourself having to apologize for no wrong done, and they expect you to apologize even when they are at fault, they'll feed off your energy, make you now feel the need to apologize because they're not going to do it anyways, yet they expect peace to be real and they expect you to make the first move. That is termed emotional manipulation. They are dragging on your energy to feel good. So you got it, it's your fault, it's all on you, it has always been on you, it's all on you, and you accept it's all on me. I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I'm sorry, let peace prevail, I apologize, let's all go move on. If you find yourself like that currently in your relationship, you are being taken for granted, chances are more likely. So if you're not their priority, you have to find out even important things about yourself from other people. When before you were the first person they called before they woke up, the last person they called before they slept, but all of a sudden you don't seem to matter much anymore. In their list of events, you find yourself at the bottom or not even on the list at all. You have been taken for granted. Now you'd want to ask, why are you being taken for granted? Why am I being taken for granted? And below in no particular order are some of the reasons why I think you're being taken for granted. 1, if you do not appreciate your natural personal space. At some point in everybody's life, we need our space. Point in everybody's life, it's okay to say no to people's requests because it is inconveniencing you. If you are not able to say no, even when it inconveniences you, and consistently over the time, people have realized that you don't appreciate or respect your personal space, your natural space, you're always the nice person. The nice person is shoved and pushed over. The nice person will take the brunt for everybody. The nice person will carry everybody's load. The nice person. Another reason why people are taking you for granted is because they have realized you're lonely. They're the only spark in your life. They are the center of your world. Because they know that you know that they're the center of your world and you're afraid to let them go, they'll feed off on that energy, that desperation. When they sniff it, you are finished. They will manipulate you. And they'll take you for granted eventually. Because they know when they go, your world has crashed. Another reason why people are taking you for granted is because you don't believe in yourself. Because you don't believe in yourself, they have sensed the inferiority complex. Now, everybody wants somebody whom they can feed off to feed their ego. Everybody is looking. And so if you become that one, when they sense that you lack self-confidence, you lack self-esteem, and you look down on yourself because they look too perfect in your eyes, they will take you for granted. Another reason why people are taking you for granted, they know you respect them too much. And because you respect them too much, they know you go out of your way for them because you want to impress them. And they know you have this need to impress them. So they will take you for granted. I've already told you, people in their bid to feed off their ego, they need to ride on weaker people. And because you respect them so much and they know they have this impression on you, they can, and they will take you for granted. Now, what do you do when you suspect that you are being taken for granted? First of all, admit that you are being taken for granted. Come to terms with the reality and renegotiate your relationship with people towards your benefit in the area of your self-esteem. Realize that no, people are taking me for granted. I'm better than this. Speak out. Your spouse, your friends, your colleagues, your siblings, let them know enough is enough. Communicate your displeasure out to them. Now you are aware that they are taking you for granted. And they know that they are taking you for granted. But after communicating, assert your personal space. No is as much an answer as yes is. Don't feel bad to say no because of the tension of distance that you bring between you and whoever. When it doesn't inure to your benefit, you have the right to say no. It's okay. It's normal. It doesn't make you a bad person. Just you are setting your boundaries, are setting your personal space. And the last one, don't always be in a hurry to do things for people. Let them ask you. Kill that expectation, that predictability. Kill it. They know you will do it. Because over the time, why is that? But for one, in the process of reclaiming your personal and natural space, let them ask you. Let them for once know that they can actually ask you. And you can also say no because it doesn't convenience you. And if they say, I now tell them I am not convenienced at the moment, I can't do it. It's going to be a gradual process. And this reclaiming your self-esteem back, it takes time. And it's going to cause a lot of conflict and friction, especially if people have built their schedules and routines around your predictability and your availability. When you begin to reinvent yourself, it's going to be a bit difficult, but do it. It's going to be good for you, your own sanity and your own self-esteem. Ponder on these things. And if they have spoken to you, please support me by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to my channel.